Hey everybody, it's Liz. How are you? Today is July 28th. Yeah, July 28th and 2015. I'm 2 weeks post op, 2 weeks in a day. Anyway, I've lost an additional 8 pounds, bringing my total to 16 pounds in 2 days. I mean, 2 weeks, sorry. That's crazy. Anyway, when I started pre op, I was 208 pounds. Day of surgery, 208. And last week I had lost 8 pounds, and this week 8 pounds. So I'm at 192. Surprised. I didn't expect to lose 8 pounds this week too. But anyway, so like I said before, everything's still the same. I'm on my full liquids and getting kind of bored of that, but I'm dealing with it. I did try some eggs today. I was kind of like dying of hunger this morning. I woke up so hungry. I had a yogurt and then I wasn't satisfied, so I had a little bit of egg, and that was it. But I'm still not at that stage, so I can't really. I don't know. You hear so many different things, so it's a little frustrating that part, but I just have to be patient and get to that point. Anyway, so feeling good. Um, Not feeling, you know, drinking a protein shake. My surgeon or my nutritionist is only requiring one protein shake a day if I could tolerate it. I don't understand. I mean, I can't relate to most people out there at this point, at this stage of the game. Um, just because I hear everybody say, "Oh, I can't," you know, it takes me an hour to eat a yogurt or 4 ounces. I could barely, drink the 6 ounces of protein shake, or I don't know. Am I crazy? I feel like I feel like I could do all that plus. I don't know. I asked my surgeon if there were any, if he um, if he did any pouches different sizes, and he told me, he said, no, I do it based on the size of your fist, depending on your height. So I was like, okay, so then he goes, yeah, if you're 5'3", you decide make your fist, that's the size of your pouch. So I'm like, wow, like I just feel like I could tolerate much, much more than most people say on these vlogs. Anyway, can drink the 64 ounces. I was always a big drinker, not even that, but a big water drinker, so it's not an issue. And the protein shakes, my nutritionist was like, maybe you want to dilute them, the Premier Protein and the Muscle Milk, because it might be too thick. I'm like, not really. I do get sometimes like my vitamins stuck in the morning. That's the only thing that it just stays there for a little while, and I have to keep on. It takes a while. But other than that, I don't feel much different. I'm so nervous. Um, anyway, some people tell me wait till you start eating like regular food. I pray. I don't know. I haven't had any situation of dumping, obviously, or anything like that, because I haven't put myself in a situation of that nature yet. So I'm praying that when that happens, I hope that I get deliriously nauseous with sweets, because I'm diabetic and I don't want to deal with this. Um, anyway, or bread. Those are my two weaknesses, I think. So, anyway, so like I said, doing really good. I feel good. My sugars are, my glucose levels have improved. Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment with my PCP. I want to get a endocrinologist, unless he could handle it, but I don't know about him. Anyway, I had to switch doctors. This is a new doctor. I was part of, I had a doctor and a plan with a group, and went through my endocrinologist, said I should recommend that I do the surgery, the my PCP and everything, and this part of this group that I was in, it was like a, I guess like a clinic or something. They, the board refused to give me authorization for the surgery. So even though the doctors all thought that it would be, beneficial for me to do the surgery, so it was a struggle to get the approval. So in order to get the approval, I had to remove myself from all these doctors and go to this other new doctor, and that doctor was the one that gave me the referral. So my relationship with him is, I went to see him in May, and we're in July, so anyway, he's the one that got me the referral. Thank God. And he's so I did it with him. I mean, well, he's my doctor, but I had to switch all my doctors around. So I'm without an endocrinologist. I'm without, I don't know. It was so much easier before, but that group didn't approve me. They said I was too young. They made me go through I don't know how many classes. Wasted so much time for me because after I did everything they wanted to, they still refused me. And I was a train wreck. So now I'm doing much better. My sugar today at one point was 80. I was like, holy crap. This is from a person that had fasting sugars some days at 300. Okay. 60 units or more of Lantus, if you know anything about insulin, long running insulin, I would take sometimes 60 to even sometimes more at night. Still would wake up with high sugars. After each meal, sometimes between 15, 18, 20 units of the fast acting Novolog or Humalog, whichever. So it's a lot of insulin. They say that's why I couldn't lose weight. So now, although I'm still on full liquids, so I haven't really embarked on food. I don't know how that's going to affect me. But now I'm injecting myself once at night, 30 units, 25 to 30 units, depending. Some nights I'm at 100. My glucose levels are at 100. I'm not going to inject myself. I'm afraid to go too low. So, and then that's it. It'll last me the whole day. Sometimes throughout the day, if it elevates to 150, 170, may I inject myself with 1 or 2 units, but I'm good to go. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Because even before with fasting and all that stuff, they were still in the, high numbers. So tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment, and if he doesn't recommend a PCP, endocrinologist, he might just take over my diabetes and put me on. Apparently, my surgeon says that if I'm on oral medication, I could be off of insulin within a couple of days. I don't know, but I hope so. So let's see. The oral medication that I have is very upsetting to my stomach, extremely. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. So anyway, that's me right now, 2 weeks out, and I've got 2 weeks left or more, 2 weeks plus left of full liquid, I guess, and then I'm into the puree stage, I think. Looking forward to cottage cheese and eggs. Go figure, right? Anyway, and I think like chili and I think some fish. I'm not sure. I gotta see what it says. Tuna fish. I love tuna. Um, yeah, that's it. Doing good. Water's not a problem. Pain's gone away. Um, Another thing that's amazing is I haven't taken any anxiety medication in over 3 weeks, even before my surgery. Which I find I was popping them suckers all the time. I was, anxiety. I had a little anxiety this weekend, but very little. I have some family members that are sick in the hospital. It's kind of sad. But other than that, though, it's amazing. I don't know if it has to do with the surgery. I just feel I don't have that anxiety anymore. That little tickle, the I want to cry all the time and all that stuff. It sucks to get old. Anyway, I'm dealing with the neck. I plan to go to the gym. I haven't entered a gym in over 10 years. Not that much, but then definitely over 7 years. And I'm nervous. I can't even imagine. I have a disability on my legs due to my diabetes. Um, 5 years ago, after the birth of my daughter, uh, I developed something called Charcot's disease. I have neuropathy in my feet, so I don't have any sensation on my feet. And since I had no sensation on my feet, all my bones were crushing. Okay, my legs were swollen. I thought it was a pregnancy. I gave birth. My legs were still swollen. Went to the doctor. They were like, "Oh no, you're retaining liquids." I went to 3 doctors. Finally, I said I can't go anymore. I went to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, they did X-rays and all that stuff, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you have this Charcot's disease. It's developed through neuropathy from your legs." So my whole life changed. Imagine I had 2 little kids, and I was bedridden for six months. But anyway, everything's much better now, and I'm gonna leave because my son is looking at me, and he's thinking that this is a YouTube video for Minecraft, which no, it's not. So good night, and looking forward to next week. Let's see what happens next week. Let's see what happens with the doctor, and see you guys soon. Bye.